channel again, Sadrula Study. Today I am doing chapter number 5. Congress activists engaged in constructive work in a Muslim Mohalla, Bakshiji and Jarnail removed the carcass of pig from the entrance of a mosque. When the Congress activists reached the Imam Deen Mohalla, where they were to do constructive work, dawn was brightening into day. They had picked up brooms and shovel and tasla from Sher Khan's house and started cleaning the place. It was a poor Muslim locality which was almost like a village with only one kacha drain. The constructive work that had started during elicited where it uh, where it commenced from the residents. A Tonga driver, seeing Bakshiji sweep the ground, insisting on Bakshiji's giving his broom to him. On the other hand, an elderly person committed that by taking the filth out, they were spreading disease. Another elderly, pious looking person praised them for their goodness of heart and their nobility of purpose. मतलब different लोग different चीज़ें बोल रहे थे. While they were busy cleaning, there was a sudden tension in the air. Stones started flying. A man came running and talked to the local resident with violent gestures. The elderly man, who had been effusive in his praise for their work, also came back and asked them to clear out at once if they did not want to be skinned alive. So they were कहाँ थी मैं? So they were all bewildered and stopped all work. Then they saw the carcass of a pig living at the entrance of a mosque, lying at the entrance of a mosque. They were all nonplussed. Nonplussed means confused. Mehta ji was against their trying to remove the carcass from the mosque, but Bakshi ji was firm. Finally, he and Jarnail removed the dead pig from the entrance of the mosque and dragged it down and concealed it from view. Just then a cow came running towards them in terror, being pursued by a young man. Bakshiji stood still with anxiety, pale and gloomy. He said, "It seems kites and vultures will hover over the town for a long time." ये क्वेश्चन आया है एग्जाम्स में. इसमें पूछा गया है कि कन्वे द मूड. ओके, now comment and question. Which character or characters appear in the most sympathetic light in the scene and why? Why does Bakshiji insist upon removing the dead pig from the mosque? What does it show about his character? His character यही शो करता है कि वो नहीं चाहते थे कि रॉइट्स हों. अगर किसी ने कैरकेस को देख लिया मॉस्क के बाहर तो एक बहुत बड़ा बवाल हो जाएगा. हिंदू मुस्लिम जो हैं वो फिर से लड़ना शुरू कर देंगे. तो चैप्टर नंबर 6 पे आ गए हैं हम. लेट मॉर्निंग, हिंदू स्टेप्स फॉर सेल्फ डिफेंस, रणबीर इनिशिएशन. ठीक है. द वीकली सत्संग एंडेड विद द चैंटिंग ऑफ वैदिक मंत्रा बाय वानप्रस्थी जी इन impeccable होता है errorless संस्कृत. In the mantras, he wished every living being to lead a happy and contented life. Santusht, content means santusht. Then followed by Shanti Path, which also sought the well-being of every living being. He did not favor reciting the traditional arti because it contained self-deprecating सेंटीमेंट. सेल्फ डेप्रिकेटिंग होता है अपने को जैसे नीचा दिखाना या डीमोरलाइजिंग या क्रिटिसाइजिंग सेंटीमेंट सच एज आई एम अ फूल, अ लावट और ओ लॉट, which had a demoralizing effect on the singer. Later, there was another meeting of core members to which representatives of another Hindu organization and of the local Gurdwara committee were invited to discuss preparation for self-defense. Vanprasthi ji set the tone by reciting a couplet that condemned the Muslims. Sorry. Okay. So, he condemned means उनको नाराज़ कर दिया. उस तरह का कुछ कपलेट उन्होंने बोला कि उनको नाराज़ कर दिया. ठीक है. He straight suggested that each house should store a canister of linseed oil and coke and charcoal. Boiling oil could be thrown on the enemy from the roof. A suggestion to train young men in lathi wielding was made, for which the well-known merchant Lala Lakshmi Narayan offered to pay for purchasing 200 lathis. An insistent demand to send a delegation to the deputy commissioner to explain the Hindu viewpoint to him was also made. It was also suggested that the alarm bell installed at the Shivala temple after the riots of 1926 be repaired. It was decided to circulate the decisions regarding the storage of oil and coal to all the members and also to take a delegation to the deputy commissioner. Now, the absence of Ranveer, the 15-year-old son of Lala Lakshmi Narayan, from home caused much unease to his father. Ranveer was at that time walking behind his preceptor. Preceptor means tutor या teacher बोल लो, instructor बोल लो, Master Devvrat, the organizer of the youth wing. He was going to be initiated. As a child, he had heard Masterji tell him stories of Rana Pratap and Shivaji. The latter had taught him to tie different kinds of knots and about fire and in producing arrows. He had also told his disciple that the technique to make bombs and aeroplanes was there in the Vedas. To put the initiation test, Ranveer was directed to slaughter a hen with a नाइफ. मीन्स ये सब जो भी बॉम्ब बनाना, एरोप्लेन, ये सब बनाने से पहले जो उनके जो उसके ट्यूटर थे ना, रणवीर के जो ट्यूटर थे, उन्होंने उसको एक टेस्ट दिया. ठीक है. टू पास द इनिशिएशन टेस्ट, रणवीर वॉज डायरेक्टेड टू स्लॉटर अ हैन विद अ नाइफ एंड दस प्रूव दैट ही वॉज मेंटली टफ. Ranveer failed in his first attempt, but on the second attempt was declared to have passed the test. Then Masterji dipped his hand in the blood and put a tilak on his forehead. Now, preparation of the youth wing for self-defense were seriously afoot. Afoot means pipeline. In a pipeline means वो start वो हो रहा था मतलब ना. Okay. They had collected several weapons, knives, a dagger, a kripan. They also had a can of oil but no cauldron. Cauldron means pot बोलो या कोई बर्तन बोलो है ना, bottle बोलो. It was decided to borrow one from the halwai's shop. Luckily, though the shop was closed, the door was open. Ranveer went in along with another young man, Dharmadev. He asked his companion to pick up a cauldron. When the shopkeeper tried to resist, Ranveer struck him on the face, which made him bleed. Afterwards, Ranveer felt that killing was not difficult. It is fighting that is difficult, particularly when the other person stands up against you. To stab a man to death is far easier. ऐसा उसको लगा. When his companion questioned Ranveer why he had hit him, he threatened him too. उसने उसको भी धमका दिया. अब इसमें एक कमेंट्स एंड क्वेश्चंस में है कि वानप्रस्थी जी का जो है मुस्लिम्स के प्रति इतना एटीट्यूड कैसा था और मुस्लिम्स का हिंदूज़ के प्रति कैसा था. यही था ना कि ब्रिटिशर्स चाहते थे कि आपस में लड़ते रहें और वो लोग राज करते रहें. नाउ वी आर कमिंग ऑन चैप्टर नंबर 7. ओके, सिटीजन्स डेलीगेशन टू द डेप्यूटी कमिश्नर फॉर पीस. अब इसमें यह बताया कि उनकी पॉलिसीज़ के बारे में एक और चीज़ बताई गई है. वो नहीं चाहते थे कि ये आपस में इनका समझौता हो हिंदू और मुस्लिम्स का. तो यही इसमें दर्शाया गया है इस वाले चैप्टर में. द डेलीगेशन कंसिस्टिंग ऑफ representatives of different organizations was organized by Bakshi ji, who was agitated because of the increasing tension in the town. Besides Bakshi ji, it included Hayat Baksh of the Muslim League, Mr. Herbert, the American principal of a local college, Professor Raghunath, and others. Bakshi ji said to the deputy commissioner that they had come to talk to him about the tension in the town and wanted him to exercise his authority and take steps to ensure law and order in the town. But Richard said that, जो कि डिप्टी कमिश्नर था, said that power rested in the hands of Nehru. Hayat Baksh said that if the police was alerted, the situation could be brought under control in no time. When Bakshiji suggested patrolling by the police and the setting up of army pickets at the different places, Richard replied that the army was not under his control. उसके कंट्रोल में आर्मी नहीं है. मतलब वो हर तरह से मना कर रहा था कि ऐसा नहीं हो सकता, वैसा नहीं हो सकता. He was not in favor of clamping of a curfew, for he feared that it would make the people more nervous. Okay, वो लागू नहीं करना चाहता था कर्फ्यू को. Instead, he proposed that leaders of the town take a round and make a joint appeal for peace. वो चाहता था कि लीडर ही चले जाएं, अपने से कुछ नहीं करना है, which he felt would be more effective. Bakshiji, however, said that the situation was critical and called for immediate action, and suggested that if an aeroplane were to fly over the city, it would serve to warn the people and prevent riot. इसमें ना prevent rioting, इसमें ना जो बख्शी जी हैं उनके करेक्टर का पता चलता है कि वो कितना चाहते थे कि झगड़े ना हो. उन्होंने काफ़ी कुछ किया है ना. डिप्टी कमिश्नर के पास गए, वहाँ पे सजेशंस दी, पिक को वहाँ से हटाया, मॉस्क से हटाया, है ना. बट ही सपोर्टेड द अमेरिकन प्रिंसिपल proposed to go around the city in a bus and make a joint appeal to the people. At that point, news were received about the breaking just some disturbance. Wait. Okay, but he supported the American. He है ये deputy commissioner के लिए, but he supported the American principals proposal to go around the city in a bus and make a joint appeal to the people. At this point, news were received about the breaking out of rioting in the city, and the meeting broke up and the delegation dispersed. मतलब मीटिंग चली रही थी, बीच में पता चला कि ऐसे ऐसे दंगे हो रहे हैं, तो बीच में ही मीटिंग बंद कर दी गई. It was Sunday noon and Lisa was alone on a scorching hot day. This time she had come back from England, resolved to take interest in Richard's work and also in welfare activities, but nothing seemed to work. She was hugely bored. She tried to divert herself by playfully interrogating a Babu Roshan Lal who worked in the office, but she finally gave up and went in. इसमें भी कुछ क्वेश्चंस हैं आपके और कमेंट्स भी हैं. ओके है नहीं इसमें. लीज़ा स्टेट ऑफ माइंड बोला गया है, एंड रिचर्ड ने वाई डज रिचर्ड टर्न डाउन एवरी सिंगल सजेशन मेड बाय बख्शी जी एंड अदर्स टू ब्रिंग पीस टू द सिटी. बिकॉज वो चाहता ही नहीं था ना कि पीस हो सिटी में. दिस वॉज द रीज़न. ओके